It is currently the morning of the 30th of April 2020. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today. And the date is very important, as I always state at the beginning of these updates, because things do change from day to day. Today I'm talking about Invest 94W. The good news with this area, it is continuing to fall apart. It's pretty weak at this point, and it is actually going to bring some much needed rainfall for parts of the Philippines, especially down here towards Mindanao, where it has been pretty dry as of late. And the good news also is that dry air that has been bringing warm temperatures from Manila north is also really keeping this thing weak. Not to mention how close it is to the equator, as I mentioned yesterday. This is actually Palau right in here. Center of circulation's even south of Palau. I mean, that's way too far south for Coriolis to really take hold. So what you're going to be seeing with this is nice big blob of moisture moving towards the west-northwest, and that is eventually going to impact Mindanao. So what's the main points here I want you to take away from my video? It's a weak low pressure area. Rain will be the main impact. In some ways, good news for as far as the rainfall is concerned, and I do not expect this to become a tropical storm. I know there's still some wishcasters out there who have been posting on social media stating, guys, this is too much working against this. It's too far south. Don't think it's not going to be negligible, but I do not expect a named tropical storm from JMA. Pagasa might call it a tropical depression. Pagasa sometimes does their own things. I love the guys at Pagasa. I've been to the office there. I know they're doing great jobs. I just don't really agree with their warning methods sometimes. There's a look at the ensemble, though. And this is a key thing. Spaghetti plots are mainly designed for meteorologists. Main reason is because when you take a look at this, you might go, oh my gosh, what's this thing here? Or what's that there? No, we take the average of this and we kind of round it all together, and this is what you see when you take a look at a normal weather model. And this actually shows the center of circulation moving through northern Mindanao, but the bulk of the rainfall actually might stretch a little bit further towards the south in there. So that's just the center of circulation, and I doesn't really take into account where the highest impacts will be, and plus it doesn't really take into account how disorganized this is. I mean, there's a look at the GFS as we go ahead through the 5th into the 6th and 7th, I should say, and look how just disorganized it is. The GFS wants to pick up something else towards the east there. I'm watching that, but I'm not terribly worried about it because that's just the first model to pick this up. But what I can say, though, is really just a ton of disorganized showers and thunderstorms all across this area. And what does that mean? Well, it means some pretty decent rainfall. Actually, taking a look here at the GFS outlook, extending all the way out through the 3rd, through the 4th, and 5th. I mean, look at some of these areas. 1 to 200 millimeters of total precipitation kind of right in there on isolated locations, with some heavier stuff back here towards the north. I mean, this is all very isolated, but there is that chance of some localized flooding, especially on eastern mountain slopes, I should say, as that flow starts to come in from the east. It hits the mountains, and it kind of, let's say you got a mountain here, the move out of the way of that right there. All right, so, and then the moisture kind of gets thrusted up, and that's when you get the increased clouds and rainfall. So eastern slopes, that's where you could be looking at a higher chance of some pretty decent rainfall, maybe flooding. But from everything I've seen here, and I love the on-the-ground reports people do give to me, I always appreciate that, by the way. I mean, that's the best information is from people there on the ground telling me that things have been very dry as of late. So this rainfall definitely would be exceptionally welcomed. Then it passes by, moves out towards the South China Sea. I don't expect any reformation, maybe eventually some rainfall to Vietnam. But yeah, by the way, in the bigger picture, yeah, I am still watching this area. I'm not taking it completely out of the picture. Just, we're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to keep an eye on all of this convection. Here's the key thing, though. All of this in here is a high pressure ridge. It's dry air. It has so much shear towards the north here as well. This entire area is not conducive for tropical development. So everything south of that is south of 10 degrees north, which rules out Coriolis force as well, which is another key factor for tropical development. So there's a lot of disorganized showers from places like Kwajalein to Chuuk, south of Guam, Yap, Palau. I mean, it's the tropics. They're going to see rainfall there. And Mindanao, for that matter, looking at this increase in rain now. As we look ahead a little bit later in the year, that ITCZ will lift further north as the rainy season front over Okinawa and Taiwan lifts north. Everything goes north, right? Changing of seasons. Then we'll start to see things change up. But for now, that's it. That's all I'm going to talk about with Invest 94W, guys. I might put on another update just to kind of cap off the rainfall totals that we're going to see out here. If you have any photos or videos when you get that increase in rain, let me know. But from what I've seen, the rain's going to be welcome. Just look out for localized flooding, because that is an abundance of moisture with this area. It's nothing to laugh at. It's nothing to totally joke about. It's just not a typhoon. It's nothing you evacuate for. Just prepare. If you see flooding, higher ground. Be smart. Be smart. That's it. All right. Stay safe out there, guys. As always, thanks for watching. And yeah. All right. Bye.